Hello, welcome to this video. I'm Cristiano and I will show you one of the outputs of this October 2020 online PlugFest. So, in this PlugFest we designed different test scenarios. One of those was to synchronize the status of a virtual device to a physical device. The virtual device was a simulated sprinkle inside the WoT farm. What is the WoT farm? Well, the WoT farm is a simulation of a typical IoT smart agriculture application built with the Web of Things technologies in mind. You can find more in the description below. On the other end, we have a SenseHat device hosted at the remote IoT lab of TUM Institute. The SenseHat is an add-on board for Raspberry Pi which features a set of sensors and a 8x8 multicolor LED matrix. Today we'll control this matrix for our application. If you want to know more, use the link section as well. Notice that those devices were not meant to work together. On the contrary, they were designed for different applications with different goals. Our purpose today is to create a mashup application that turns on a section of the SenseHat display for each virtual sprinkle. But let me explain. We have 4 different sprinkles inside the WoT farm. They can be active or not. So we divide the display in 4 sections and color them with 4 different colors. Consequently, if a sprinkle turns on, we also light up the corresponding LED matrix section. So this is the application. Let's give a look at the code. So here we are. We have this short script with just 30 lines of code, plus this little LED matrix class, which is an utility class used to handle the state of the LED matrix itself. In fact, we have 2 methods over here, one for setting the phase status on and off, basically using the color defined over here, and an utility toArray method, which basically turns the matrix to an array, because if you have a look to the SenseHat thing description, you can find that the pixel property is actually an array composed by exactly 64 elements, 8 by 8 matrix, and each element is an array of exactly 3 elements that goes from 0 to 255, which is basically the range, the RGB range. Okay, so let's go back to the mashup, and here we require the LED matrix and instantiate over here, and before that we fetch the theme description that is in this case storage in the local folder. And after that we consume it and create a consume thing, which is the handle that allows you to interact with the remote device itself. We will use these things later to turn on or turn off the pixel of the matrix itself. Then we have a discovery step. Basically we obtain the list of all devices, of all the farm devices actually, from this URL, and then we filter it, searching for the sprinkle inside the URL. And we use this list to consume each thing description and create a consume thing over here, and then attach to each consume thing the phase ID that is calculated from the title itself, which contains the ID of the sprinkle. We use this simple regex expression, to extract the digit inside the title itself. So at this point we have a list of consumed things which controls the sprinkles, and a consumed thing which controls the SenseHat display. So here we have the core logic of the mashup application. Basically we run every 2 seconds this function over here to synchronize the status. We can also subscribe to the changes of the status of the sprinkle, but for simplicity we just use this polling mechanism here. So what we are doing here, we go through the list of the sprinkle things and we read the property status, and if the state is on, turn on the corresponding phase in the local LED matrix representation. After that we transform the LED matrix to an array and write the pixel property inside the sense thing or the SenseHat device itself, and we are done. So let's see this in action. To run the application you have first to install a WoT servient in your system. I already installed NodeWoT in mine. If you want to know how, you can find the link in the description. So let's use it, WoT servient. Let's provide a configuration file over here. If you want this configuration file, you can use the link in the description to add over this repo And also we define that the servient is in client-only mode, so it does not expose any web thing. And then the name of the file. The application is running. As you can see here, we are seeing the outputs that I wrote over here, sync status and done status. And now let's see the output. Let's see if it's working, basically. So let's minimize this, open the WoT farm at the provided link. While it's loading, I open also the stream, live stream from to Institute. Yes, there we are. We are going to use this Raspberry Pi and the Sensat display, the second one. I hope you can see it. And here we have our 4 sprinkles. One here, and one here. If I click it, yeah, this is sprinkle 0, for example. So let's start. I use this REST API tester to start the action start sprinkle, but you can use whatever client you want. Even CURL is okay. So let's start sprinkle 0. Okay, started, and also the corresponding section of the LED matrix display is on. Now let's do also sprinkle 2. Okay, is on, and also the LED matrix is on. 1 and 3. As you can see, the whole LED matrix is on, and every single sprinkle is on. Okay, and now let's stop each one of them. The stop action here. Stop, for example, sprinkle 1. Yeah, it's down. Let's try sprinkle 3. It's also down. And then sprinkle 0, which is the upper right. Yes, and finally, which one this was? Oh, let's see, sprinkle 2. Okay, and sprinkle 2. Done. So that's all. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next video. Thanks.